We emailed and text.
Yes, okay, come in, please. What can I do for you?
So I have a big problem. The reason I managed to get your name is I got your name off the British website.
Yeah.
So I looked at what you actually deal with in terms of law.
Well, I'm not really a criminal lawyer.
Okay, but I have, if I could tell you and then you could tell me yes or no. I came here and worked for 2 large employers. Didn't pay me, didn't pay my health insurance, didn't pay my taxes. My bank account got frozen illegally. And then I was attacked by police very badly. And the reason I even got your name or even know about you is I went to a police station in DUISDORF and they arrested me for falsified Deutschbahn tickets, which I didn't owe. And they imprisoned me in Seigburg prison and I got tortured. And then that's when the British government sent me your details and in a UK pack.
But you need a criminal lawyer to do that.
Right, so you have a huge list of parts of the law that you deal with, yes?
Yes, but what you need is a specialist lawyer who does criminal law.
So you don't do employment law either?
Not on the scale that you would want me to do so, no.
What do you mean? On the
Well,
scale?
I mean, what employers are they?
Sky and SAP.
Yeah, but Sky is in Hamburg. You need a lawyer in Hamburg.
No, it's not. I worked in Munich. It's in Heidelberg is the headquarters.
Okay, but then it would probably make more sense to have a solicitor in Heidelberg.
You know, the one main reason I came here is because you speak English. Because I've had 7 lawyers, and what's tended to happen is I can't speak or read German, right?
Yeah, but there are lawyers in Heidelberg who can speak English.
So are you going to just point blank not deal with me?
Well, you've had 7 lawyers.
Right.
So
but what I'm saying is I haven't actually gone to court because what I've done is I paid them. They said, yes, you're correct. And then before I go to court, they say my English is not good enough to communicate with you. I'm no longer your lawyer. And that's the excuse that they give.
How have you been able to pay the lawyers?
With the money that I had, SAP basically admitted compensation and they put me on Krankenkasse. And the Krankenkasse was 2,700 euros.
Yeah.
So you get 2,000, it's supposed to be for 72 months. And then they froze my Commerce Bank and froze my AOK.
So basically you would need legal aid.
Well, they owe me like hundreds of thousands of euros here.
Okay.
And I was tortured in Seigburg prison because that's how I got your details.
Yeah, but you haven't got money at the moment, so you would need legal aid.
Because they've frozen my bank account.
Yeah, and if you need legal aid, then I can't do it down here.
But it states that you can on the UK government, on the UK government.
Yeah, but I'm not travelling up to Heidelberg for an arbitration court on legal aid. That's the problem. Because if you start suing Sky at their headquarters in Heidelberg...
No. Sky is in the headquarters in Munich.
Then you'll have to go down to Munich, or if there's a court case, then we'll have to travel down to Munich. And I won't do that on legal aid because Munich's 2.5 hours away from here.
Right, based on the fact that I have overwhelming evidence that they've already admitted fault. I just can't get to the Arbeitsgericht with a lawyer. You would take the part
No, that's on a no bono basis. I'm not doing that. I mean, you could.
What about the fact I was tortured in Seigburg?
You can go to an arbitration court without a lawyer.
So
you don't need a lawyer.
Okay, but the British government, right? So can I ask you one question? When I was in that Seigburg prison, I was asking for a lawyer because I never saw a lawyer or a judge or anything, right? The Reverend Oberhausen in that Seigburg prison said that he called you. Is that correct?
Who?
So you know when I've never been in prison and it's poison coming out of my mouth.
Any telephone call out from a prison.
Right, so it was less than, they put me in there with 2 months with no lawyer, no judge, no nothing. And on the list of lawyers that they gave from the British, you know how you get the British government document or whatever, right? Your name was on the first page, and they said, he's an English-speaking lawyer, and he said, I will call, his name is Reverend Oberhausen. He never called you.
No.
Because is it not against German law? Okay, if you're not going to take it, you're not going to take it. I mean, I can't force you to, right? But if you are in for any, they're trying to make me look like a criminal when I've done nothing wrong. Can you be in a German prison without a judge, lawyer, no telephone call, no nothing?
No.
Well, I was for 2 months.
Yeah.
I had no food, no water, no clothes, no nothing, and I'm desperately trying to contact someone, and I was the only one in a 500 prison who wasn't allowed. And the thing is, I'm getting attacked for Brixit. So that's specifically why I came here, was because I can tell by your mug that you are British. Because anytime I've gone to a German lawyer, I've got annihilated.
Yeah, but I can't do it, and I won't do it. So you have to find a lawyer. There are plenty of lawyers who can speak English in Munich. Munich's a big place, and you will need legal aid, and for that reason you need a solicitor who is actually situated at that arbitration.
Yeah, and the thing is, I did that when I came out of Munich, and they said the companies are too big, go to another city. That's why I went to Hanover. So, what am I supposed to do? I had 4 in Trier, 1 in Cologne, 1 in Düsseldorf, and 1 in Hanover. How many? And they weren't English, British, or whatever you may be. They were all German, and I all got shafted, every single one of them. They took my money and run. What am I? That's why I have made such an effort to come down here, because you are from the UK. That's why I've come here.
Yeah, but you've come down here at your own risk, because I did say come down here.
No, that's true. But Oberhausen said he'd called you. He is the reverend. Oh, so there's Frau Klein runs the place, right? You have Erschenken who runs B1.
Well, I haven't received a call from a Reverend Oberhausen in your matter, nothing. The only communication I had with you is 2 emails.
Okay, so you didn't even get a call from Seigburg prison?
No.
Nothing?
No.
So I was left in that prison with no... They told me you were my lawyer.
Well, that's totally incorrect. Apart from the fact that I just don't allow other people to dictate as to whom I'm representing, because I'm free in my own will, what I want to do and what I don't want to do. I did not have any form of telephone call with the Seigburg prison. Because
the British Embassy came out to see me, right? And I'm like, I have no idea what's going on. I'm getting butchered in here. They were the one that presented the list. They said he's an English-speaking lawyer.
Yeah.
And that Reverend was the one who... That's the whole reason I even got your name in the first place.
So you need a lawyer down at Munich, because you're going to have legal aid.
And what about being tortured in Seigburg? What am I supposed to do about that?
Well, that is something up in Seigburg. Seigburg is by bond. You would then have to find a lawyer in Seigburg to do that.
So on that list, there's a numerous list. There's about 30 lawyers on that list, right? Every single one in Bonn, because I was there, and I know you went to university there because I looked at your resume, wouldn't accept it. I don't know how I'm supposed to get legal help anywhere in Germany. Hence, I've traveled halfway across the country just to talk so I can communicate with somebody.
Yeah, but I didn't invite you to come down here. I didn't tell you to come down here. You've come down here.
The Seigburg prison did.
Well, that's not my problem, because I didn't have any communication with the Seigburg prison.
Well, then what am I dealing with here then?
Well, I don't know. You're not dealing with me. You've come down here at your own risk, and I can't represent you, and I won't represent you. You're going to have to find a lawyer who will do it on legal aid.
My main concern, regardless of Sky, SAP, in German law, if you are in a prison for false criminal accusations, right? Am I not allowed to... if you weren't going to do it, shouldn't I have been given a lawyer?
Yes.
And that's completely against the law, yes?
Yeah. So if that's correct what you've told me, then you should be given a lawyer, which is why I can only once again recommend that you try and find a lawyer up in North Rhine-Westphalia, who's prepared to sort out your problem.
Right. Last thing I'll say, because obviously you're not going to represent me, right? When I couldn't get hold of you, and the church in there, within the prison, said they contacted you, Sven Peters, who was a lawyer in Hereford, then said, I may or may not represent you. I went to Hereford purely to see him, and he's disappeared. So I don't know how many kilometers I'm supposed to put in Germany to try and get a lawyer to deal with any one of these, when I'm the only one that's abiding by the law. If you're telling me as a lawyer on a basic level, I went to DUISDORF police station for help, they beat me, put me in prison, wouldn't tell me what it's for, and then I had no lawyer, no judge, And it was only on the last week before the 2 months was over, they said, oh, your Deutschbahn tickets was up. I didn't even know why I was in there.
Yeah,
and I don't have Deutschbahn tickets. That's illegal, no? I need a lawyer. I needed a lawyer.
But, as I say, all I can do is wish you the very best of luck to find somebody who's going to look after you. I can't do it. And I'm so sorry that you've come all the way down here.
So Helen Jones from the British consulate is lying then when she gave those packs.
Why is she lying?
Because I spoke to her twice on the phone.
Well, that doesn't mean to say that she's lying. Where's this Miss Jones lying? Where is she lying?
She's in the Düsseldorf consulate.
Yeah, why? On what topic is she lying?
That I called her and I told her I was being tortured and I needed a lawyer straight away, and your name was mentioned, and that's why I'm down here. I didn't know you from Tweedledum Tweedledee. I've never met you before.
Well, no. She may well have mentioned my name, but I'm just on the list of lawyers where people can contact me and find out whether I'm prepared or in a position of taking over their case.
The one thing I would say, and this is the last thing, when they gave me those 2 packs, it stipulates, so you have a letter, right? Then 2 documents. Any lawyer that is on this list is willing to take legal aid in terms of torture, because the reason they turned up was they'd been informed that I was tortured.
If you
so that's not true.
Legal aid, you will have to get a lawyer up in North Rhine-Westphalia, because it's also a matter of cost. That's the problem.
And what about human life?
Well, what about human life?
Well, I've tried to go, I've gone all over Bonn, I've gone over Düsseldorf, I've gone to Herford, I've gone to these cities I don't even know in my life, and they won't even talk to me. Non sprechen Deutsch, bye. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that.
We have 160,000 lawyers in Germany. There will be somewhere a lawyer who's prepared to take on your case. And there are plenty of lawyers who can speak English.
Oh, I know they can speak English, but they don't want to.
Oh. There's nothing I can do for you.
So, well, this is insane. Because it's just...
No, it's not insane. It's just a clear statement that I'm making to you. You've come all the way down. I do appreciate that, but I did invite you to come down. And
I was told by Seigburg prison when I'm being tortured that they had contacted you and to come down
Well,
there.
once again, I can just repeat, I haven't had any contact with Seigburg prison.
Well, then someone's lying then.
Well, that may well be. That may well be. That probably is the case. But I have no connection with Seigburg prison. Nobody rang me. I didn't speak to anybody. And the first contact I had was when you wrote to me via email. I offered you a prior statement by telephone. You rejected that.
But you understand why? Because if I didn't want to talk about
that's okay. That's your decision.
But I didn't want to talk about torture on the telephone.
I did offer you a discussion via telephone. You rejected that, and you've now come down at your own risk. And I'm not going to do your case, and I can't.
So Seigburg prison tortured me, and they lied about the lawyer. Because I was in there 2 months, and I had no lawyer.
As I said, I have had no contact with Seigburg prison. No telephone contact whatsoever.
So if I can't trust my consulate and I can't trust the justice, and I've gone to already 10 lawyers, what am I supposed to do?
Well, I don't know if that's correct to say you can't.
I have proof.
Well, okay, but find a lawyer to do it. I'm not doing it. Okay. All the best. Take care, and I hope that things go well for you. Yeah.
You didn't even shake my hand when I come in here, man.
Have a good day.
Well, what else can I do? If the European Court wants any more evidence that I have absolutely no legal support in Germany, then I don't know what else I can do. I have tried everything. I have gone to thousands of lawyers in Germany, the Seigburg prison, the church, and I've been attacked in churches all over Germany, lied and said that they'd contacted Mr. Ashcroft. Considering the circumstances that I arrived in Germany, then there's not one single person telling me the truth. And it's just wait for me to be tortured and die. I don't know what else to say.